Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So today we do have a news roundup, but I'm only going to talk about one topic today because I believe this is very important. I'm not going to talk about multiple topics because I really want to focus on just one specific topic, and I know you guys are going to be very interested into this one, so we're going to talk about it right now. Yesterday we had some interesting reports coming out and we knew they were going to come. We are heading closer and closer to the end of the season, and we all know that eventually we will hear news about Neymar getting pushed back to FC Barcelona. Mundo Deportivo put out a cover and this is what it says: Neymar 2020. And right below that it says the Brazilian continues to come, and if he's on form it will be a priority for Barca. And for those of you who don't know, Neymar was trying to push for a move back to FC Barcelona in the summer of 2019. There were reports saying Barca had to get rid of 3 players and pay 160 million in exchange for Neymar. We also had players saying they were willing to lower their wages for the year in order for the club to rack up some cash for Neymar, but none of those came to light because at the end Barca and PSG just couldn't agree in any terms. There was no understanding. Even I questioned what else would PSG want from Barcelona. Now we're at the end of 2019 and we do have a cover, an article that came out, and in this cover what's even more interesting is that if we look at the numbers at the bottom, they each come out with steps that are basically saying this is what we need to do in order for the Neymar transfer to happen. On number 1 it says they will have to make cash with the selling of Coutihno. Number 2 says Neymar's price will be set by FIFA at 180 million. Number 3 says PSG could let him go because they want to focus on Mbappe. So could we really see Neymar come back in the summer of 2020 if this list gets completed? Like, do I think that by check marking this list it will give Barca the green light to officially bring him in? Let's first dive deeper into the 3 priorities that Barca will need to do, and I'm going to start with number 1, which is to sell Coutihno. Do I think Coutihno will end up leaving Barcelona on a full transfer this summer? Yes, I do, but it's a gamble because we just don't know if Coutihno will still be wanted by FC Bayern, depending if he performs well there or not. He recently had an amazing performance against Werder Bremen, but he has been really inconsistent. We just don't know if Bayern would really want to unlock his transfer fee of 120 million. And yes, that's how much Bayern has to pay Barcelona if Bayern wants to keep Coutihno for like 3 years or 4 years, whatever the signing is going to be. At the end of the day, Bayern has to pay 120 million to Barca if they want to keep Coutihno. Bayern do have other players under the radar who are much younger than Felipe Coutihno, and by no means is Coutihno old, but at 27 years of age, I'm sure Bayern will be looking at younger prospects. There are plenty of younger prospects that Bayern would like to grab that are like 20, 21 years old, and I know that they want to invest their money into the future. So it will be a bit of a gamble to depend on the Coutihno sale to make some cash for the Neymar transfer. But let's say the Coutihno to Bayern Munich transfer does happen and we do get the 120 million euros. That is what leads me to the number 2, and that is what price will FIFA try to have Neymar in. We have seen PSG put a price tag of 220 million for the player, which is what led to Barca really struggling to find a way to pay that amount of money. And what I can tell you is this: the FC Barcelona Noticias did publish an article back on September 3rd of this year saying FIFA regulations could fix the price of Neymar in 2020. There's a section in the FIFA rule book called the transfer of FIFA players, stating that every FIFA footballer has the right to leave their club if they complete 3 seasons or 3 years at a club, which is called the protection period. And Neymar currently is about to complete those 3 seasons. He already finished the 2017-2018 season, he finished the 2018-2019 season, and he's currently about to finish the 2019-2020 season. And in that rulebook, it continues to say if that player is still under the same contract he signed for back in 2017, which is Neymar, right, then he is allowed to leave. He would just have to pay a certain compensation fee. Then that is when FIFA comes in right after and says you're worth this amount. And it has been reported that Neymar and his agents or whatever, right, has been consulted by FIFA saying he is worth 170 to 180 million euros. It could be between those two numbers because we have seen reports saying that he's worth 170 and then other reports saying that he's worth 180, but it's between those lines. And that is the price tag in which what will cost him to buy his freedom. Now, will Barca be so willing to help him get back to Barca if the price tag is true? We're going to have to wait and see. And we can also notice that his worth did lower for whatever reason. It could be because of his small dip in form, injuries, and many other variables that get taken into account. Because again, this is a much cheaper price tag than what it was before back in the summer of 2019 when PSG tagged him at 222 million euros. So I really want to just focus on these 2 points, the first 2 points, because honestly, they do make sense. They really intertwine with each other. But I believe the real key to unlock all of this and what we can control the most is the transfer of Coutihno. That will need to happen because it will will greatly help us in this transfer when it comes to our finances. Now, I don't know what Barca's finances are looking like, but if we were to really take a step back and see what players Barca will be holding and how many wages they have to pay and how expensive these wages are, it will be Neymar, Messi, Griezmann, De Jong, Dembele, and potentially either Suarez or Lautaro Martinez. And I'm going to get sidetracked here a little bit. Just imagine that attack: Neymar, Messi, Griezmann, De Jong, and either potentially Suarez or Lautaro Martinez. That is a golden attack. If that does happen in the summer of 2020, I'm going to nerd out. But yeah, I'm sure they would not like to have Coutihno back in the club because all of these star players will need to be taken care of by Barca, which is why the Coutihno is a must be sold for Barca and should be Barcelona's main goal in the summer in order to accumulate cash. Again, this is the most controllable situation they have. The Neymar negotiation prices or fees will have to be taken care of between PSG, Neymar, and FIFA. So all eyes on Coutihno, everybody. This is the player we will need to watch out for in order to take the next step for the return of Neymar Jr. I will be following up with this saga as it continues to grow over the next 6 months. So be sure to subscribe, leave a comment down below. Do you guys want to see Neymar return back to the Camp Nou? If not, why not? I'm going to be making a video also on where Neymar could potentially fit in the squad, because I know that if we do bring in Neymar and we do have a replacement for Suarez, the front three is going to be really crowded. So it's going to be a very interesting video to talk about on how and where Neymar will fit, maybe within these next 2 to 3 months as we get closer to the summer. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. That is the news for today. I'm going to be posting other news about what's happening at Barcelona right now, but I specifically just wanted to talk about this Neymar situation, this Neymar transfer, just in one video. So again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for showing me so much love on all my social media platforms, and I'll see you guys next time.